For centuries, when sleep felt just out of reach, people in Europe didn't look to a pharmacy, they looked to the earth. In this explainer, we're going to dig into the science behind one of nature's most incredible answers to a restless mind, Valerian, the sleep root.
You know the feeling, right? It's the middle of the night, you're staring at the ceiling, and you can already feel the weight of tomorrow pressing down on you. Your body is just begging for rest, but your brain? Nope. Your brain has decided it's the perfect time to run a marathon.
It is the ultimate paradox, being completely exhausted but also totally wired. Your thoughts are just racing, replaying conversations from the day, making endless to-do lists for tomorrow. It's like you've parked the car and turned off the lights, but the engine is still roaring at full throttle. And look, when this starts happening night after night, it's not just a run of bad luck. It's a huge red flag. It's a signal that the really delicate communication systems inside your brain are out of sync.
So what is actually going on inside our heads when we can't sleep? To really figure out the solution, first we have to understand the problem and the beautiful biological dance that's supposed to be happening to guide us into rest.
Let's meet the main character in the story, a molecule called GABA. When it comes to getting your brain to chill out, GABA is the star of the show. Its entire job is to be the brake pedal for your nervous system, slowing down all the frantic activity and telling your brain, hey, it's safe, you can power down now.
And normally this system works perfectly. The brake pedal is responsive and things slow down when they should. But when you're under chronic stress, that system starts to wear out. The calming signal gets weaker and weaker. It's like the brake lines have been frayed, and that brain engine just stays revved up all night long.
And the price we pay for this is steep. We're not just talking about feeling tired the next day. This breakdown disrupts the very structure of your sleep. It weakens your immune system, it can raise your blood pressure, and it keeps your main stress hormone, cortisol, constantly pumping. It's this cascade of problems that affects your whole body.
So that brings us to the most important question, right? How do we fix the brake pedal? How can we help our own biology get back on track and find that state of calm?
Well, for the answer, we're heading to the meadows of Europe. There's a tall plant there with these delicate pink flowers that has been trusted for generations. But its real secret, it isn't in the flowers. It's buried deep underground, in its roots.
This is Valerian, and its use is so well established, so well researched, that it's officially recognized by major regulatory bodies like the European Medicines Agency for its ability to ease nervous tension and help with sleep.
Now here's what is so fascinating. When you look at what's inside this root, it's not just one single magic bullet. It's like a whole orchestra of compounds. Valerianic acids, flavonoids, it even has some GABA in there itself. They're all working together, and it's that natural complexity that makes it so unique.
So how does this orchestra work? Well, it's a super clever three-part strategy. First, it helps your brain's GABA receptors to listen better, kind of like turning up the volume on a quiet radio signal. Second, it protects the GABA you already have, stopping it from getting broken down too quickly. And third, it adds its own gentle, calming whisper to the mix. So you see, it doesn't just slam on the brakes for you, it helps your own body learn how to apply them more effectively.
Now, this really sophisticated action translates into some amazing real-world benefits. In fact, if you look at the official scientific reports from European health authorities, Valerian is recognized for 3 very distinct clinical uses.
And this is where you can really see how versatile it is. It's not just a simple sleep aid. Because it supports your entire GABA system, you can use it during the day to calm down that restless, on-edge feeling without making you drowsy. And then, at night, it helps you fall asleep and, more importantly, stay asleep. It's about restoring balance, not just forcing sedation.
Okay, so this is crucial. To get these benefits, you have to use it correctly. Dosage is absolutely key, and thankfully, the European Medicines Agency gives us some very, very clear guidance to follow.
So for sleep, the recognized dose is between 300 and 600 milligrams of a standardized extract. You take this about a half hour to an hour before you want to go to sleep. That gives the compounds time to get to work, gently guiding your brain toward rest as you're winding down. But for that daytime tension, the strategy is totally different. Here, we're talking about much smaller doses, more like 45 to 90 milligrams, taken a couple of times throughout the day. This gives you a subtle, steadying calm, but at a level that is specifically non-drowsy, so you can stay focused.
And it's really important to know this isn't just folk wisdom we're talking about. This entire protocol is grounded in a serious scientific framework and has been verified by a chartered scientist, so you know it lines up with all the official guidance.
Okay, before we finish up, we absolutely have to talk about safety. Because valerian is effective, you've got to use it with awareness and respect.
So, here are the critical things to remember. Because it works on your central nervous system, you must not combine it with other depressants like alcohol or sedatives. It can make you drowsy, so definitely no driving or operating machinery until you know how it affects you. And because there isn't enough safety data, it's not recommended for kids under 12 or during pregnancy and breastfeeding.
Ultimately, it really all comes down to knowledge. When you understand what's happening inside your body when you're stressed out, you empower yourself to support it in a way that's smart and based on real evidence.
And this is just scratching the surface of the science of natural calm. If you want to dive deeper, we've put together a really comprehensive herbal wellness protocol. To get it for free, just comment the word calm below this explainer. And for even more, you can check out our book, The Botanical Calm, at naturalmed.co.
If you found this valuable, do us a quick favor and like this explainer so we know to make more like it. And make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the world of botanicals. Thanks for being here with us. We'll see you in the next one.